welcome back everyone to the channel. Today we're gonna do some suspension upgrades. Finally, let's get it going. So this is actually what I ended up going with. This is D2 coilovers. I've actually never ran D2 before. I've ran the Megan Racing on all my cars. I like it. On the Type R, I definitely like the Swift springs, but it's got adjustable dampening from factory, so it's fine like that. For this, you know, this is a budget build. I was looking for something within the budget. I was trying to keep it under 1100. I got a good deal on these because a guy was selling this from California. These are used. By the looks of it, they look like they're in pretty good condition. They are adjustable. It does have this little adjustment key that you'll insert at the top hat up here to allow you to adjust the dampening on it. It's higher spring rate than I wanted. I want to say it's 12K front, 10K rear. But this is going to be a full track car. It's not really going to be daily driven at all. I'm going to add arrows, so I think I'm going to be fine in that aspect of it. It didn't come with any of the keys to adjust it, but thankfully I had some Megan Racing ones lying around still, so I wasn't really worried about that. So let's go ahead and rip out whatever's in the car now. Actually, let me show you what's in there. You've seen it on my previous videos. I don't even know what this is. It's just some green suspension. Have no idea what the spring rates are. It does look like it's pretty beat up. So let's get it out of here and let's put in the new suspension. But I am going to measure all the preloads on these to make sure that these are set up properly. So yeah, I already did this one. What I ended up doing was loosening up this bottom perch, measured from the bottom of that to the bottom of the spring. It was actually a little bit over 7.25, so I just went and hand tightened it and then snugged it up maybe a couple of millimeters so that it's not going to be dancing around at all. So the idea is to make the other one match the same 7.25. Right now, this one is max. Can you see that? It's not 7.25. It's a little over that. So I'm just gonna move it up about a couple millimeters, and that's it. And then snug it back up, and then this will be done. So to do that, broke loose the bottom. I gotta twist this top one up now, just to give me, you know, a snugger fit. A couple turns should do the trick. Yep, right there is already at 7.25. Just gotta lock this back up, right? One perch holds the top one, other one holds the bottom one, and tighten. That's it. So that top section, the preload is set the way I'm gonna want it, I think. I just gotta make sure that this is gonna be the right height. I'm gonna compare it to whatever's on the car, so let me get that off. A quick little side-by-side comparison of what I took out the car. I literally have no idea what this is. There's not one marking on it. I don't know what it is, who makes it. It's probably Amazon or something. But that's the side-by-side. This is significantly gonna be shorter unless this really compresses. Oh, does it say a spring rate on it? Hold on. It's got some it's got an 8K in the front. 8K spring rate for the front. Okay, that's something there. So 8K spring rates in the front. We're jumping up to a 12. So it's gonna be stiffer. It shouldn't compress as much. I don't know if I should just let it roll like that and see how it goes. I'm just gonna have to adjust this a lot, regardless of what I do. Because I have 17s on the cars, the other part. I don't want 17s. So I just need to get them on the car and let it go down and then figure out from there. But let's get them on. All right, so this is it installed. Yeah, much cleaner. Obviously a reputable brand. And looks good on here. I can't wait till I redo this, but that's all in stages. So right now I'm focusing on this. And let's work on the rears now. Let's do the rears. All right, so this is the rear. This is actually the first time I've actually looked at the rear springs and coilovers. But man, are these things destroyed. So let's get it out and replace this. I actually have replacement drums for this too. Eventually I'm gonna go discs, but I have a set of drums that came with the car, so I'll throw those in. Not today, but at another time. Let's get this out. And this is the rear comparison. Does the rear have a, let's see, spring rate? Yeah, what does it got in the rear? 5K. So 5K rear, 8K front. And then this is gonna be a 10K rear, so double the stiffness. I'm gonna have to shrink that because I have a feeling the back's gonna be super raked because of this. Let me adjust that a little better. There she goes, sitting pretty. I did adjust this height a little bit. What I noticed though at the bottom is there's a space, right? So I'm gonna need a 3/8 inch spacer to put in there, or a couple washers on each side to center it, because it should be right in the middle. So I need to get something to fill that in. So I'll pick up some spacers now before I button this whole thing up. All right, and just like that, I ended up putting 2 washers on this side, 1 on that side. Makes it fit perfectly. So now I can work on the other end. On the other end, just learning my words. Looking pretty cute in there though. You know, having the interior all gutted out makes it very easy to get to these back bolts, which I did. And this impact gun made it easy work of it. And then down here, so you got the 2 up top and you got 1 on the bottom. Right down there. Pretty straightforward. Use a crowbar. And let me see if I can do this and show you how easy it is to get it out. So, crowbar, hold it up, push this down, done. She's out. Rusty, but she's out. That's it, she's in. So, top bolts are up, bottom one's in. There's no reason why anybody really can't do this at home. It's not a difficult job to do these EGs or EKs or even CRXs. They're not too terrible to do it. This is going to get replaced, so just to kind of give you guys a heads up, this is just the first stage of all this. Eventually I am going to put disc brakes back here. I am going to replace that bushing or even the whole control arm and put a more like a urethane bushing or something there. So these will get swapped out. They'll probably have spherical bushings. I'm going to add a rear brace and most likely a white line sway bar like I had on my other EK. That's going to stiffen up the whole rear even more. So looking forward to those as I do the build. All right, let's see it. Let's see how it looks when I lower it. I wonder how much gap I'm going to have.
Again, I'm going to have to adjust it anyway.
It's like a monster truck. Front's okay. Not really though. Back's really high. So I'm still gonna have to come down like an inch. Kind of what I thought anyway. So here are some door handles that I ordered on eBay. They're used, obviously they were filthy. I cleaned them up a little bit. I hit them with some acetone. But they do look a little faded. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray them with the same spray that I use for the rest of the plastic interior so it can all be a uniform color. And what I like about these is these are OEM. So it's got the OEM clips on them. So it should fit pretty well and they're pretty strong. So let's just throw some paint on that. All right, so we just finished lowering the car. The next task is gonna be window regulators. As you can see, they've got this little alicate over here. That's the window handle. So it actually destroyed all the pieces in there. So I can't even put a window handle, so I have to replace them. So what I ended up doing was just going to Rock Auto. I picked up some inexpensive ones. They're probably not as good as obviously OEM, but they're better than what's in there now. So the idea is swap them out for these, and the car's not gonna get much use, so I don't think I'm gonna be really rolling the windows up and down too much. It's gonna be better than what's in there. So let's get into it. All 3 screws. And when you take off that bottom one, the speaker's gonna wanna fall out. So you gotta go there, go. If you do it from an angle, it's not gonna grip. Okay, the speaker's probably gonna fall out. Put the drill down. And then pull the speaker out. There you go. Disconnect the speaker. That's the one that's holding on right now, so you squeeze it hard. There we go. Okay, speaker's out.
I just broke it.
That's fine, you didn't break it, it just disconnected. Put it on the floor. All right, you gotta take this screw out now. Take off that plastic thing. And to be honest with you, I don't even think they have any screws over here. Yeah, it's already all loose. All you have to do now is pull on the bottom of the panel and pull it out. Pull outwards to you, pull to you, hard. There we go. Okay, and then you want to lift up from here while you're pulling out. Pull out and lift. That's it, you did it, my boy. You did it. Door panel's out. Now we can actually get to the window. So to take off this piece, let me zoom out. Take out the glass. You've got this screw to come off first, and then that one's got to come off. 2 10 mils. It's going to allow me to separate the glass from the track, and then I can work on getting the track off. It shouldn't be a lot. Yeah, hit it hard.
Wait.
No, you got it right. You got it right. You got it right. Just make sure it's nice and flat. The other one under it. Now, when you take off the last one, that's going to want to fall inside. But just tap it to break it loose. There you go. And now go. That's it. Done. Now we can pull that piece out. So here's a little side-by-side comparison between what we're pulling out and what we're going to put right back in. Right? Old, new. Obviously, again, better quality because it's OEM Honda, but new is new. That's kind of weird though. Look at this. This has teeth on the inside and the outside. This only has it on one side, which is, I don't know why they did that, but that is a difference. All right, so one's down. This side was in. You can tell the fit is not the same. It kind of was not the best fit, but it fits okay. It actually goes okay. It goes up and down. I do want to grease my sides so it's smoother. I add a little bit of WD-40 for now, but I'm going to buy an actual grease so that it can go up and down nice and smoothly. But as you can tell here, it does work. It doesn't come off track. Much better than it was before. I actually use my handles now. So I scrubbed it down a little bit of degreaser, washed it, blew it off with air. I'm not going to put the door panel back on now just because I'm planning on redoing the door panel. So for now, I'll leave it open like that. Let me work on the other side. So passenger side one, Aiden took off the door panel. I took off the window regulator. But while I'm here, this is broken, right? The handle's broken. The guy who I bought the car from included a new one. So while I'm in here, let me just swap that out. And there you have it. Installed. Window regulators installed. Cleaned it up a little bit. That's gonna have panels on it, but the panels are actually, this garage is a real mess right now. The panels are actually filthy, so I gotta clean them up. I would love to do door cards, but I don't wanna spend money right now, so I'm gonna clean those up and put them back in. There you have it, guys. This is how she's sitting now. I actually went back in and I had to readjust the back another inch lower than what I originally did. And it's still a little too high for my liking. But for now, it's staying like that. Drove the car down the block and it felt pretty decent considering it's whatever spring rates are in there, 12 in the front, 10 in the rear. I have it at the softest setting. It felt fine. So that's it for this video. And next time I'm gonna have to focus on the, I think, wheels and tire. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.